So you are driving along and suddenly that check engine light pops on, throwing a code P00A5. It sounds complicated, like something out of a sci-fi movie, but let's break it down into plain English. This code specifically points to a malfunction in the intake air temperature sensor 2 circuit on bank 2. Basically, your car is telling you that the computer is confused about how hot or cold the air coming into the engine is on a specific side of the motor. The IAT sensor is really just a fancy resistor, a thermistor to be exact. As air rushes past it, the resistance inside the sensor changes. Cold air makes the resistance go up, and warm air makes it go down. The computer sends out a 5-volt signal, watches that resistance change, and uses that info to figure out exactly how much fuel to spray for the perfect burn. When you get this code, the computer is seeing a voltage that just does not make sense. Maybe it thinks the air is 300 degrees or negative 40 degrees. Bank 2, by the way, is simply the side of your engine that does not hold the number 1 cylinder. So check your manual to see which side that is for your V6 or V8. Now, before you run out and buy parts, let's do some detective work. Pop the hood. Is the sensor actually plugged in? Sometimes these things just wiggle loose or the plastic clip breaks. If it looks okay, grab your scan tool. With the key on but the engine off, look at the IAT reading. If your engine is cold, it should be pretty close to the coolant temperature reading. If it is way off, unplug the sensor. If the reading on your scanner jumps to negative 50 degrees when you unplug it, the sensor is likely toast. But if the reading does not change when you unplug it, you might be looking at a wiring issue, maybe a short to ground or a broken wire leading back to the computer. You can also use a multimeter to check the resistance across the sensor terminal and compare it to what the repair manual says it should be. If you see infinite resistance, that sensor is an open circuit and needs to go in the trash. It is usually a cheap and easy fix, but taking the time to test it saves you from throwing parts at a problem that might just be a gnawed wire.